going on, everybody? It's your boy Makai Louie. This is Orange County's very own podcast. This is episode number 2, starring the one and only Matt Lutz. Welcome to the show.
How you guys doing?
Doing good. I'm doing good. How about yourself, man? Thank you for coming through.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm just honored to be here.
Yeah, likewise, man. I'm glad you're coming along, and we're excited to. We're gonna hop into this. Got a lot to talk about. Matt Lutz has a really cool background and story in professional golf and the way that he got there. And we're going to be hopping into that today. And hopefully we can provide you guys with some value and takeaways. So let's hop into this, man. So
Yeah.
tell me about yourself. Tell me about where you're coming from. And we'll kind of start there.
Yeah. So pretty much kind of grew up playing all different kinds of sports. But golf was like my main passion. My dad was a high school golf coach for 26 years. He was also my coach until I was about 14. And that was just really kind of started my journey. My dream was to play Division I college golf. I went and played D1 golf at UC Riverside. I became the first player in the school's history to play in a Division I National Championship.
Yes, sir.
And then I moved on after I graduated. Played professional golf in Asia for 2 years.
Beautiful.
Lived in Bangkok and got to travel and see a lot of cool places. So.
Sheesh. Hey, I'll tell you this, man. You don't hear a lot of people that spent time, like major time. You know, a lot of people go on vacation, maybe.
Mhm.
But even then, you don't hear a lot of people that spend time in Bangkok, let alone playing professional golf. So
Yeah.
talk to us, man. Talk to us about this journey. And you know, it's open it up to you, man. We'll just kind of talk about where you want to start and let the people know what's going on with Matt Lutz golf, man. A lot to talk about, man. I'm excited. This is cool.
So pretty much after I graduated, had a decent college career, and I was like, all right, I'm going to turn pro. And there's a lot that goes into that. A lot of people don't know how much money it actually takes. Like here in the U.S., you need to raise like $100,000.
Sheesh.
So I didn't have that kind of money. I got fortunate enough that my grandpa helped me out a little bit.
Hey, Grandpa, coming through. Come on, man.
So
Shout out
it was
Grandpa
kind of
Lutz.
cool moment for me, knowing that he kind of believed in me and saw the vision that I had.
Very cool.
And then I got some members at Yorba Country Club. I've been practicing up there since I was about 10 years old, and some members up there saw the same vision.
Okay.
Invested in me. So kind of for me, when I was looking at places to go, when it comes to like turning pro for golf, it's an open like thing. Like there's like mini tours, or you can kind of. I had a college teammate who like was from Bangkok.
Okay.
So I was just kind of looking around, looking at like Canadian Tour, Corn Ferry Tour, like trying to figure out like the best way for me to get the best experience, right? My first year.
Yeah, and kind of get those looks, right? Like all those different tournaments, for instance, they'll have either scouts or I don't know how it works really, to be honest. You know, I'm so used to football and baseball when it comes to scouting and different things like that. So talk to us about that little piece as well, like what that takes, right, to kind of figure out which avenue is going to get you, noticed, or whatever that takes.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's kind of like, in order to get on the PGA Tour, you have to go through this tour called the Corn Ferry Tour, and you got to qualify for it. And literally going through Key School costs you $10,000, nothing back.
What is it called?
The Corn Ferry Tour. It's just a sponsor name now. It used to be called the Web.com Nationwide Tour back in the day.
Got you.
But in order to get to like the PGA Tour, right, which is everybody's goal, you have to go through there. Pretty much you get directly there, and you got to finish top 25. So you get on, first off, you got to go through 4 stages of qualifying.
Okay.
And it's like brutal. Like the last stage is like 300 guys, and you got to finish like 35th.
Wow.
Just to get your card. Like just to even like get a chance at playing in events.
Talk about competition, baby.
Yeah, so
but
it's all on you. That's something I loved about the game of golf, is like it's all on you. Even in college golf, like we had a team, but like you had to do your job so that the team did well, right? So
totally.
Yeah, so it's like it's all on you. It's just you got to play on the right weeks. It takes a lot of good timing, takes a lot of funding, but like I said, I decided to go to Asia just because cheaper. Cost of living is a lot cheaper, food's cheaper.
Yeah, totally.
Entry, like travel expenses are cheaper. So I decided to go. And I lived with my college teammate for the first 3 months.
This is the one that lived in Bangkok
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
time?
So
Okay.
his
Okay,
family
gotcha.
invited me in, took care of me, taught me the
Very cool,
language.
man.
Yeah. So to
What
all
do you
my
know?
Thai
Really?
friends out there, sawadee krap, sabadi
Yeah, there it
mai.
is. Yes, sir. Let's
So,
go. That's tight, man.
and it was just an awesome experience. So I played like 28 events. So
Wow.
yeah, I went over there. I got onto the Asian Development Tour, which is like the tour that gets you onto the Asian Tour.
Okay.
I also qualified for the All Thailand Golf Tour, the main tour in Thailand. Like it was like on TV, like in
Nice.
Thailand. It's like a big deal in Thailand. So
Okay.
it was just
Oh
cool.
boy.
Like I played 28 events. I mean, traveled all around Southeast
That's a
Asia.
lot of golf, man.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a lot of
I
golf.
was never in the same place for more than 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. You were a nomad.
yeah,
This man's was a nomad, just golfing, swinging everywhere. I love it, man. That's awesome. That
yeah,
is really awesome. That just shows, honestly, just to kind of, butt in here. That just show. I mean, you just show like talking about dedication, and people that are really trying to perfect their craft. Like, I just want to condemn you for that. There's a
yeah,
lot of people our age that like really. There's not many people that I know personally that will go to that extent, right? Leave their family, leave everything that they know to go pursue their dreams. So, man, it's so cool to hear. Let's
yeah,
keep going.
yeah.
Let's keep
And
going.
it was crazy too because I'd never lived like more than 40 minutes away from home. So to be literally
Yeah.
8,000 miles away, like 15 to
God,
16-hour
man.
time change.
Sheesh.
It was different. And
Yeah.
after the first 3 months I was with my buddy, I was living literally alone. Like had a
Wow.
one bedroom
That's
one
right.
bedroom
Yeah.
condo and then like just on the outskirts of Bangkok.
Oh
Um
man, how was that? Like before. I know we're gonna dive in a lot to the golf piece here, but
yeah.
like, how was it living in Bangkok? I've
So
been in Orange County. The furthest I've gone and lived was Flagstaff, Arizona. So.
yeah. So it's literally organized chaos. There really are no rules.
Oh wow.
Like if you
Law
get
enforcement? I mean, is
if
there?
you just get in trouble, you just hand them like 1,000 baht, which is like $30.
Oh my
I
goodness.
mean, it's nuts, and like I didn't have a car, so I taxied everywhere.
Wow.
They try to a lot of the taxi guys like, not knowing it would only cost you like an extra $2-3, but that's actually like a lot of money. So
Yeah, yeah.
knowing Thai, knowing how to tell them to get around and tell them when they're being like a piece of crap,
Yeah, yeah.
like in Thai, then they're like, oh, like.
Oh, this guy knows what he's talking about.
they're
Oh
like,
shit.
"Whoa." Yeah, like I better
Okay.
not rip this guy off. But it's crazy. Like
That's important, man.
so I used to take a taxi to practice every day, and then to save myself $6, I used to hop on the back of like a dirt bike. They're called motorbike taxis.
Wow.
With my golf bag, sit on the back. Okay, we would pull off. We would go out to the main like freeway.
Okay.
Turn, go against traffic. Man,
What?
I'm sitting on the back of this.
Why
dirt
is this
bike.
man's taking you against
It's
traffic?
just, dude, it's just a thing. So just wait. So then you go about half a mile. He
Okay.
pulls off the road, and then you literally drive underneath the highway. So I have a video. On my
No,
phone
sir.
where I'm literally ducking. You have to duck like underneath the highway. I'm 6'3", so it's like I gotta
With golf clubs on his back.
Yeah. So I gotta duck underneath the highway, pop
Holy
up on the other
cow.
side, and then call a taxi and try to get him. Like I used to live on like Udom Suk Song Soy
Huh?
Loy
No,
Hasib.
that's
So I
Yeah,
used to
that's
tell him
cool.
I'd get in there, I'd be like Udom Sup Soy Loy Hasib.
Yeah.
Like or Loy Sam Tap Sam, that was it. Yeah. So I meant 103/4. And then these guys would just
They know
take me
exactly
there.
where you're going.
Yeah.
That's very cool, man. Wow.
But yeah,
Sheesh.
and it's like, even traveling for tournaments, it's like literally it's just like airplanes, taxis, like it's just like
Traveling, man.
and something over there always goes wrong.
What you mean by that? What do you mean goes wrong?
Like
I
nothing
don't
goes,
like the sound of that.
nothing
It
goes
wrong.
smoothly. So it's like I'll say for example, like I'm in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Okay.
Okay.
I've heard of Jakarta. It's a filter on Instagram for all you.
Yeah, so it's like it's a main like it's the capital of Indonesia.
Okay. Okay.
Known for the worst traffic in the world.
Yes. Okay. No. Okay. Very familiar
Like
now.
literally
YouTube
to
videos.
go like 2 miles in a car would take you sometimes like 2 hours.
Oh.
Like
We
you
thought
don't-
we had it bad in LA.
Yeah,
Come
like,
on.
There is no such thing as bad traffic here compared to
Yeah.
Asia, even in Bangkok.
Jeez Louise.
But so we're gonna go play this tournament at Ganung Gillis, and it's like literally 40 minutes outside of Jakarta. So like just catch a freaking taxi from the airport. My buddy Sam Gillis, who's one of my college teammates.
Shout out Sam.
Yeah, shout out Sam Gillis. He's still out there playing on the Asian tour.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
But he was like, yeah, played the event last year. He's like, hey, so we just got to go so we can get up the mountain. It's like on top of this mountain. And we're staying at this resort. And we get to the bottom of the mountain. Granted, we're in a taxi. Like, we're in an Uber for Indonesia. And the road is closed.
No.
So it's like 2 p.m. And they're like, the road's closed until 7. Like, nobody can get up because it was a Sunday.
Shot.
And on the Sunday, because there's so many people, they let everybody up into the mountain to shop, do whatever they need to do. And then at like 6 p.m., they let everybody down. So at 7, people can start going up.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
man.
like, I don't speak Indo. Like, and so these guys, like, then we start negotiating because then there's these guys that are like, hey, we'll show you the back way, but you got to pay us like $40, which is like a lot of rupiah as a currency over there. It's like millions of rupiah because the inflation's so bad. But
sheesh.
So I'm sitting in the back and like literally I want to go play a practice round and
you're just trying to golf it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the freaking golf course so I can practice. Like I don't care how we have to get there, man.
Right.
No joke. We pay these guys. They're on dirt bikes and they take us on this dirt road, like literally up the backside of this like.
You're on the back of their bikes.
Backside of this mountain, and granted, all the mountains over there are like it's like palm trees, palm tree forests. Imagine that.
That's insane.
And we're on this dirt road that's literally like as wide as the car that we're in. Like literally both sides. Any like turn to the left, turn to the right, like we're dead.
Just oh my goodness.
Like
bro.
literally, it's a road for dirt bikes. And they take us up this back road, and so it ended up costing us like what should have been like a $25 like Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. Yeah,
Uber
I got you.
Turned into like $100 trip, but it was just like
Louise.
the craziest. Like just you can't even.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, like some of the things that happen over there, like I just can't even explain.
Well, that was a good example. Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you. Sheesh. Thanks for giving us a visual, man. I mean, that gave me a vivid visual. So awesome, man. So let's flip the switch now. So now you're in Indonesia.
Okay.
And so you went through the 28. You went through the 28 events.
Mm-hmm.
You got past that.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at now?
Yeah. So during COVID, everything shut down. Like there wasn't a lot of tournaments, and the mini tours around here are just a grind. Like you're literally throwing up $800, like just to enter in the tournament, and then you got to finish like third out of 100 dudes just to make like $1,200.
Yikes.
So like I was just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna look for a job. I'm gonna start coaching. And I got this job coaching at Urban Golf Performance in Costa Mesa, through actually a range that we used to practice at in college.
Okay.
A guy who used to coach on the range there, great coach named O'Neill Cowan, is actually the director of coaching for UGP.
Okay.
And
Very
so he hit me up saying that they were looking for a coach, and I applied, and so I've been coaching since October of 2020.
Nice.
And I didn't realize with all the travel and everything that I did, like I didn't play that great. And I didn't realize actually just how burnt out I was.
It's a real ass
yeah,
thing,
I mean, I
it's
spent so many years just grinding. Like there's so many up and downs with the game. Like just I battled with mental health for a while, like just couldn't get my game right. But I got this job, and I'm loving it, man. I just been killing it. It's just it's a different environment. It's like you walk into the facility and it's just like everyone's got it going. Like everyone's just upbeat, like fired up. Like it's just beautiful. Like, and that's just not an environment that we have anywhere in the golf industry.
That's big time.
And so that's it's really like, good. And everyone's on the same page. Everyone's grinding for like the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
it's perfecting that craft, man.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
Absolutely. And like it actually even like has reignited like my passion for the game of golf. Like the reasons why I fell in love with the game and like why I love grinding so much. It's like, and I realize like as I'm coaching people, like I'm their like tool to like, for some people I have older clients that's like, if I can get them to play golf at the same level for 10 years, 10 more years, like how much longer are they going to live?
Yeah.
Right? Because like it's like
because you're doing more than golf.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. We'll kind of dig into that as well. Like it's not just a coach for their swing or just to be able to help them get a better putt stroke. Like you're doing everything else or everything within the sport to
Yeah.
make them a better
Yeah.
athlete, which is awesome. I
Yeah.
love this stuff, man. This is my stuff right here. This is great.
Yeah, and I played in like a lot of money games, even at like Yorba Linda. And it's like these guys, they're either in like real estate or whatever. They bring like clients out and play golf, right? And they need to be able to hold their own.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
Right? Like, so it's like, and that's where they do all their big deals, man. Like, they just hire them out, play golf, or even people
No
that they're
doubt.
going to hire. They're like, hey, I brought this guy out to play golf just to see how he reacts.
Wow.
You know, because golf will eat you up. It's like the ball doesn't move, shouldn't be that hard, and it's hard.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
That's
like in
awesome.
a way, it's like I feel like I'm helping older people in like the longevity of their lives, and then like a big passion of mine too is helping out younger kids,
Very
like
cool.
the kids that are like I have a couple guys I'm coaching right now that are like younger college or not college, high school kids trying to get
Okay.
it, like, you know, chasing that same dream I did, right? They
Yeah.
like I got a kid who's like dream school is to go to TCU.
There
I'm
you
like, you
go.
know how good you got to be to go to TCU? Like, you better get going,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? And it's like
And you know
cool.
the path, man. Like
Yeah.
that's so cool. That's a really cool thing about your story, man. Is like, as a coach, like, you really hope to have a coach that has experienced
Hmm.
some really big stages. Because in those moments, man, the amount of preparation that goes into being under big lights, being under big cameras, like there is so much mental preparation, soul preparation, and physical preparation that goes into this type of stuff. And I think it's so cool, man, that you have the ability to take all that experience and to be able to put that into people who are not much removed from your age. You
Hmm.
feel me? And even people that are older than you. It's so cool. It's so cool, man.
Yeah, and it's like at this place I'm working at too. It's like we do like fitness, we do recovery. So it's like in terms of golf performance, we even do club fitting. So it's like at the like
Sheesh.
it's literally like I have every tool that I need as a coach to
Yeah.
like make somebody better.
Yeah, that's freaking.
And it's like
That's awesome.
yeah, and it's like I'm really like I feel like I'm impacting some people's lives. Like people have been like,
100%.
and that's like a really rewarding feeling. Honestly, it's more rewarding than playing well myself now.
Yeah.
You know, it's just knowing that.
That's so cool,
Yeah,
man.
and it's
I'm
like
happy for you, man, for
yeah.
real. Because I mean, like you said, like, you had that burnout stage, right? Where
Mhm.
you're like, dang, like, man, do I like what I'm doing? Like,
Mhm.
and I felt that too with football. My sister was like that with soccer, playing for 10 years or even less than that. Like, even if you're in a small window, right? And you're just going, 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 you're playing, 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 just trying to get better every single day. Like, there's a point where it just, like you said, that you lose that contact between the
Mhm.
passion of it. Um, but it's so cool. I love this. I love
Yeah,
this. It's so
and
awesome.
I think another thing that I can relate to a lot of people that come in is they're so lost. Like they have so many thoughts when they're swinging. They're like, "Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that?"
There you go.
And a big part of the issue right now is like there's so much information on the internet.
Right.
So like there's YouTube. There's like people are watching videos on Instagram. They're coming in and be like, "Hey, I saw this on Instagram. What do you think about this?" And I'm like, "Will you just listen to me?" Like,
Yeah.
because personally, like in college,
That's
like
so
I
funny.
qualified for the national championship. Like played that my or fall season my junior year. I shot one round over par. And then I'm literally on top of the world. Like I'm ranked inside the top 400 in the world. I'm like 80th in
So badass.
80th in the country in college golf. Like I'm living my high. And then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
took a lesson from this coach, great coach who coaches a lot of guys on the PGA Tour. But he like tried to make a swing change in me and I nearly lost it. Like I was in that, so it's like, and literally dude,
Man.
I couldn't hit the golf ball on the planet. Like I had no idea where it was gonna go. And I went from hitting it
Golly.
straight to not knowing like at all where it was gonna go. And I was dealing with a lot of stuff off the golf course. Like I mentioned, like my struggles with mental health. So like that
Yeah.
combined with this almost made me quit the game.
Wow, man.
Like, and
Wow.
it was all because I went away from what I always did and what made me great. I try
Yeah.
to get a little extra,
Right.
right? And I really try to bring that into my coaching, like into my coaching philosophy is like, and like really I can relate to people that have like, hey, like I'm so bad at this game. Like I have no idea where it's gonna go. And I'll literally be like, I didn't shoot a score above like 70 for 3 months and then I shot 100 in a college event. Most people who don't
They're
even
probably
pick up a
shocked, huh?
club can go up and actually like shoot below 100.
Right. Yeah, it's facts. I could tell you
Yeah.
that's me.
And I did it in a college event. Like it was, and like I literally couldn't get it back like in the 70s for 3 months, and it was just like I was so lost. And like even my parents, like because I was going through a lot of stuff off the golf course too, like
Yeah.
battling with depression and like just it killed me because
I
golf was
bet,
like
man.
my everything,
Yeah.
and then I didn't have that, and just everything fell apart.
I feel it.
Um,
I feel it big time, man. I mean, for all you athletes out there that could resonate to this, I mean, I'm sure you felt this at some point or another. And especially when you do get to the collegiate level, where like a lot of what you've been trying to do in high school is get to that next stage.
hmm
Your parents are talking about it. Your friends are talking about it. You might be talking to scouts as
Yeah.
well, and it's your whole life. You're wrapped up in it every single day.
hmm
And then like, to have that happen, I mean, it's so crucial to talk about, man, because, at the end of the day, when you are an athlete, a lot of the people that are in society, they only see the performance. They
hmm
only see the performance.
Yeah.
If they like you, they're following you. They see the
Yeah.
grind and hustle,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
the masses, they don't see that. And those battles you go through, man, when you get home from practice, you don't have a good day.
hmm
You don't have a good day, and you're just sitting there and your thoughts are just eating at you, man. And you have a great story too, with being able to battle those things. And um, it's a huge shout out to the people, who have battled that, whether it's
Yeah.
through sports
True
or
that.
not. Like, shout out to you. You're here right now. You are here right now. If you're listening to this, you see this, and maybe if you're not seeing this or hearing this, and you've battled mental health issues, depression, drug abuse, whatever,
Yeah.
like you made it here. There are
hmm
so many people that are not alive today that can say that.
Agreed.
And so shout out to you, my boy, and to anyone else that's watching this, man. Like, keep going. Keep fighting that fight, man, every single day. Keep getting after it.
Yeah, and always reach out for help. That
Yes,
was
sir.
something that was like the hardest thing for me being an athlete growing up.
Mm.
Like it was like, oh, I'm just being weak. I'm just being weak. I'm just
Totally.
being weak. Like
Totally,
like I
bro.
just gotta
Totally.
I gotta get up and get going again. Like get
Yep.
going up again. And then it's just like I hit a wall. Like
Man.
just freaking dead smack, hit a wall. And
Yep.
it was like literally I go have a great day. Like I remember one time I shot a bogey free 7 under par, never gone bogey free. Bogey free is just like cool if you've never done it before, but it's something that everyone strives for. And I went back to the hotel room and I was just like I was sad, dude. I was just like depressed. I was
Damn.
like, man, that was like the best day of golf I've probably had in like years. And like I literally just like I didn't even
Couldn't even.
feel I couldn't feel anything.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. That shit be eating at you. It's so wild.
Yeah, and so like to all those people struggling out there, like don't be afraid to reach out for help. Like I was
Absolutely.
thankful that a lot of my best friends were there for me. Like,
Shout out the boys, man.
even like my parents were there. Like, it's like you can find help. I actually went to the sports trainer at UC Riverside because like dude, like I was just like I don't know who to tell, and I was just like I gotta tell someone. And I
Yeah.
just went like straight to
Yeah.
him, and he got me in the right hands, and like like it was a struggle, but it changed my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm happy you did that, man.
Yeah.
I don't know at that time like what caused you to want to do that for yourself, but I'm happy
hmm
you did, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now, right? Like, look what God did, man. He put you in a position, right, where you get to impact people,
Yeah.
right? Like, you had no idea.
Yeah.
No shot you had an idea, especially in those
Dude,
times, right? You couldn't think
no
about
way.
anything else except the shittiest things that were happening
I
to
know.
you. You
And
know?
I had everything going for me. Like I had a scholarship, like
Right.
on a Division I college team. Like I had good teammates. Like everything around me was good except for like myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's awesome. Awesome story, man. Thank you for sharing. For
yeah.
real.
Yeah.
So, let's see. How much time we working with? We got a little bit of time here. Let's talk about. I mean, we've kind of jumped in a little bit into your coaching career so far. I mean, what are things too? Like you've highlighted a lot of the top things. Like so now you've been in here since October, right?
Yeah, October. Yeah.
Okay, so right now, like, what are plans for the future? Where do you see yourself now? I mean, this is pretty fresh, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is pretty fresh, but we young. You're young. You got a
Yeah.
lot of life ahead of us.
Yeah.
So, what are we talking about? you
Yeah,
know?
so I mean, I'm just trying to use the team that I have there, obviously, to learn more. I'm learning a lot about the body and how it moves, and all that does is make me a better coach, and it's also helped me understand my game better as well.
Totally. Yep, no
So my goal is like I want to become like a PGA like sanctioned coach, right? You got to go through like this like school and like pass
Get
the test,
qualified and stuff. Yeah.
whatever. Like it's not a big deal. But
Yeah.
well, I mean, I guess it is. But and then you know, the company maybe one day I can become like the playing coach for UGP, right? And go out and play events, and you can actually qualify for PGA Tour events through like playing against other coaches.
What?
So like kind of my thought right now is like if I just kind of keep my game same level, like
Yeah.
maybe even improve a little bit every year.
Yeah.
You know, I can coach full time, and I could also be like a playing coach.
Get
You know what I mean?
qualified.
Like,
Yeah.
like my dream is like
Dude, that
literally
would be
like
that's
be like, hey,
crazy.
look, like my coach is playing in the PGA Championship on TV,
Yeah.
right? And like
What,
killing
bro?
it.
I didn't know.
Like,
I didn't know it worked
and,
like that.
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
yeah, so the
What
PGA
a blessing
Championship
that is,
is
man.
like the major, one of the 4 majors in golf, and like 10 like PGA qualified like coaches that go to like this tournament and they make
Yeah.
it through. Like same thing as like qualify for Asian Tour or like the PGA Tour.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's like once you
What?
get on it, like yeah, it's like you just got to qualify, and then you're like literally playing against Tiger Woods, like all those guys.
Wow. So I mean, relatively, you could still accomplish the dream that you've always had,
Yeah,
even in this position that you're
yeah,
in.
and honestly, and it's like
Oh man, that is such a blessing,
yeah,
bro.
so it's like I get to impact people's lives, like, and possibly one day get the chance to play again, like.
Oh, that's
Like,
so
cause that's
cool.
what, like, you know, I still have that like competitive drive in me. I've just
Hell yeah.
channeled it from like personal and like tournament golf to like really like just getting after it, like with you
Totally.
know all the people that I coach, you know, getting some like cool like NFL athletes now. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
I gotta bring it when I get in when I get into the
Absolutely.
bay, and I love that feeling of knowing that every day I show up to work, like I gotta bring my best, or like everyone's gonna be like, yo, like what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Why are
You
you
know?
coaching me?
Yeah, exactly. And like, you know, we get our clientele is just so awesome, and you know, it's it's fun.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this sounds like a blast. I mean, talking about, I mean, you went into your dream, your vision about where you saw yourself, and it's almost like you've almost come full circle.
Mhm.
It's like I always depict it like this, man. For all the struggles and challenges that I've faced in my life, it's like climbing up Mount Everest blind with no socks on.
Yep.
And but always at the end of you just keep trucking through, keep having faith that God's always going to bring you right back to the spot that you should be at,
Mhm.
regardless of what you want for your life and what you feel is right at that time. But He's bringing you full circle, man. That is so cool. I'm happy for you, bro. I'm psyched. I'm hyped. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that piece. So I'm hyped up over here. I'm fired up. So that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense too about just because I talking to you too, off record, just seeing like the passion for the game. Like
Mhm.
just talking to you and just seeing that like fire about it, and even like the small mechanics, right, of getting mobility in your hips.
Yeah.
Or like whatever, right? Like that stuff, like, you're not gonna be talking about it if you're not passionate for it.
Mhm.
So I love hearing this stuff, man. I'm super proud of you. I'm hyped for you. Wishing the best for you, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on here. Thank you, everybody that's tuning in
Yeah.
right now. This is Orange County's very own second podcast. We have many, many more to come. A lot of great people just like Matt Lutz coming through and sharing their stories. And hopefully it impacted you and brought you some value tonight. So thank you again, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate
absolutely.
you. We're going to do
Yeah.
this again for sure. When you hit the PGA Tour,
Yeah,
we're going to get you on
we'll
here.
hop on when I'm on the PGA Championship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we're out of here. Thank you very much. Much love and peace.